there. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for your video. There you go.
Oh, good. Shit.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. I think.
Should I have like Skype open at the same time, or should I just?
Oh, you know, I would turn off the TV if you're watching it, or at least mute it.
Okay.
Because then you can still look at yourself. You're like, oh my God, there I am. Because you can't see me unless you're watching the TV.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, it works weird, but my camera is controlling the actual TV show.
All right.
I'm kind of curious if the government has to be able to view that too.
Probably.
Yeah. Because I always wonder about that. I'm like, Skype can't use it, but can the government let me do both things at the same time? I don't know. I don't care.
Who knows?
Where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm from Sweden.
Oh, cool.
From Skövde.
All right. Are you ready for winter?
The snow is like was it yesterday it came?
Okay.
Which is kind of unusual, you know.
Why? It's December.
Yeah, you know, it came like it was late, you know.
I see. Yeah. Well,
it was like rainy and warm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
you know, how was the albums going? I heard you were doing like
a bunch.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's good collection.
Yeah, I actually should make something up, but in the next couple days I'll write another song. Maybe tonight. I don't know.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good.
I'm trying not to work myself to death.
Hard-working man, I guess.
Well, I am, but it's weird. Like Prince, that guy Prince, you know, like Prince and the Revolution.
Prince?
Purple Rain.
Yeah. The artist formerly known as Prince.
At some point, you know, he was like fighting with this record company because he just wanted to put out like hundreds of songs. He's like, no, I'm making all this crazy stuff. Just went insane. You can only do so much. They were like, that's not the way it works. And they fought so much that they took his name away.
Shit. Yeah, I was actually talking about, I was going to the band Dungen at a concert. Yeah. You don't know. They're actually, Gustav is actually from the same town as
Okay.
I am. But there was a band I met who's called Balla.
Okay.
It was a pretty alright band, but they're like, how can you make like so many albums in 1 year, you know? Yeah.
You gotta do what you want to do, you know?
Yeah, I think so too.
In a lot of ways, you know, when Panda came out, that was the one that, you know, some of my friends that do like underground radio and stuff in LA, when that song came out by them, see, then I was like, this is so cool that they sang this in Swedish, man.
Yeah.
Because everybody fucking wants to be like pretend they're from England in 1989 or some shit.
Yeah, it's true.
They're not doing any favors for the country, and that was just like, regardless if you like those guys or you don't like them, just singing a bunch of songs in Swedish too was so cool for me.
Yeah, and that actually had a couple of pints with Gustav after the concert and all that. And he's actually a really nice dude. You should talk to him.
Yeah, I'd like to help them out any way, but you know they've got it made, so there's very little I could do to help them.
Yeah, and
they know what they're doing.
Yeah, it's true. And what do you call it? They have their subliminal sounds, if you know what that is. That record company and all those guys.
But just
actually, I talked about that Erkin Koray, that Turkish guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to that album after you posted the Shamalin song.
Yeah.
And we were talking about that album, and it's actually a brilliant album.
Yeah, we're lucky in that it's so weird, like, because people could get so caught up on the internet and be into porno or, you know, terrorist stuff or all this other stuff, but then there's the other good side. You know, you can be watching videos on YouTube of people fighting each other on the bus or something, or you could be like finding this crazy music from 1970 in Turkey, you know, or it's like I do.
Totally. And like thanks to like internet, you can find like music like just like from many other different countries, and like I'm like half Bulgarian.
Okay.
So I like checked out a lot of like old that old stuff, because how else, you know?
Yeah. Well, you know, it's interesting that it's so cool that you're calling, because that girl that was on the show yesterday who sang the song in Finnish with me, the one that I did a couple days, like last week or whatever, I can't even pronounce it. It's the land of my enemy song. Anyway, see, she's half Finnish, half Bulgarian. So the next song that we're doing is in Bulgarian.
Oh, cool, dude. That's
crazy,
cool.
Huh?
Yeah. I don't know Bulgarian.
Doesn't matter. Neither do I. Neither do I. I figure I'm just in Europe. I might as well make music for all these different languages.
That is cool, man.
Make it underground.
It's like they have like a really cool music heritage.
Yeah.
You know what do you call it? That guy from like Neutral Milk Hotel did.
He lives over there.
Oh, he did.
Now, some of those guys live over there. I would have to look at Tape Op magazine, that little magazine. There's a whole thing where they're like in Sofia and stuff. You know, they're like at a recording studio. I can't remember what band it is.
The Finnish, I have many like Finnish friends. I'm from a neighborhood, like a suburb neighborhood.
Okay, yeah.
And they're like, and I actually, what do you call it? I'm proud to like be from here, because when I was growing up with like Finnish people, like people from like Assyrian people, people from Iraq, you know, Icelandic people, like from all different places, you know.
Cool.
So when I was like 5 years old, I was like able to know what my Finnish neighbors were, because I was around them so much.
Sure. You know, culturally open-minded, you know, experience some different ways.
Yeah, it's good.
Bless her.
That's my mother, actually.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
I'm only like 19 and stuff, so
it's okay.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for you. There's so much. Well, there's just so much crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's interesting times we're living, man.
Yeah.
Very interesting times.
I always just laugh though. There's like, you could be anything you could just bump into, and your whole life will change forever. You could find some cult on the internet, or it could be a video game. It could be anything.
Yeah. Like
Scientology. It could be anything. You know, you're just like one day you're like, whoa. So I hope you find a good way, a good path.
Yeah, I try to get myself informed, like if you read like older scripts and all that, because they say a lot about the times that are coming and all this stuff.
Exactly. I'm glad that you're smart. See, because we don't even need to talk about that like we're some crazy. We know.
Yeah.
That's so cool. See, that makes me feel good. Because sometimes it's so easy when you're not. That's another thing. When you're far away from people, it's so easy to like make up your mind about how they are, what they think.
Yeah.
Like I used to have this recording studio in LA, and I would sit. It was hanging on a cliff, but there was a road through Laurel Canyon that went. And it was full of traffic, you know, people in Range Rovers and their Mercedes all day, twice a day, below my house. And I would sit up there kind of high or drunk or something, you know, and I would look down at those people and I would just go, oh, those stupid people. But you don't know. They're just in traffic. But when you're far away, you're just like, oh, those people in their lives. You don't know what they could be on the way to the doctor. You don't know. You don't know.
I had like a recent, like similar experience. There's a program on our Swedish television called Cobra.
Okay.
and they do like random culture stuff.
Okay.
But they did one on the word white trash.
Huh.
Yeah, and how it's like, how it's coming in the Swedish language and all that.
Okay.
And you know, it's and then when I saw it, I came to think about really like when you look down on like people who have it bad economically. It's like, it's kind of horrible to call them white trash, and the term white trash is very like racist also.
Yeah, it's like wigger.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like white trash, but like trash. It's like the trash, you know.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy things going on, the class war and the politics in some of the countries as they become more conservative. You know, like see Scandinavia. It's a lot of. But some things are a lot more open-minded than every place else, you know.
Yeah, but I think it's a little bit with like social. We had like social democracy, so like a brand of socialism, I guess.
Yeah.
And people are more equally on the economic scale, so to speak.
Yeah, especially in Finland.
That's why there's like less crime and stuff.
Yeah.
But we got a right wing. Well,
yeah, I know. All over Europe.
Yeah, they're probably seen as left wing by the American, but and all that. But they're right wing, and I
know all about it. I love Sweden.
Yeah.
I have to go play. I have to play one more time, but this time I have to play good, because I feel like I always mess up.
Well, I actually was on that concert. Yeah.
So bad.
No, I thought you were. I thought it was a really good concert. You know, it was like
the sound, like the. Yeah, it was all out of tune. The speakers at Little Debaser are so bad for me.
Yeah.
And the people that own it, everybody's so cool and so nice to me, you know. And there were so many people waiting outside. All those things that just made me so sad. I'll never get in that. I'll never have that happen again. I'll try harder.
Yeah, but me and one of my friends was there, and we were totally blown away. So I think you did your job pretty good, though.
I want to make it so much better. I always have such a good time. Besides that, I love the place. I love Sweden, Norway, Denmark, all these places so much. And it was so strange because just the day before, you know, we were at Pumpaset in Copenhagen. It's not there anymore, but a great place. And we sounded so good. Like I'm sure better than. No, it was just a perfect sound system, perfect night, and the band playing. But I'm sure we sounded better than the Beatles ever. It was so amazing, sounding like just to be part of it, even though I was playing, just the sound, I was like, wow.
You're totally mind blown by like from things you do yourself. You know,
I played for years since I was a teenager, and I was like, this doesn't happen every day like this.
Yeah.
You know,
you were in what do you call it?
The Zone. The Zone.
Yeah, exactly.
But then when it's that good, then you know what I always want, and it's so sad we live in this time, but when it sounds that good, I want to be playing with like 5 good bands, so everybody's just like, what just happened? It would be so good if we played with Duncan, everybody just would freak. It'd be like too much fun. You know, they'd be like, whoa, what? But they don't have concerts like that anymore, like Jimi Hendrix days or something.
Like Jimi Hendrix, oh my god, he played a lot in Sweden.
Yeah, the best recordings, you know, he's one of my favorites. Those best live recordings are Swedish television, just so good. When I find those YouTubes, I'm like, wow, amazing.
Yeah, I was talking about, I was talking to Gustav from Dungen, and he's like nostalgic from his town, like the town I live in.
Yeah.
But it's what do you call it? A very
small.
It's a boring town.
Yeah, small.
Yeah, but and he will probably come here to play. And I got friends and all that, so you know I got a like pretty good social network.
Cool.
And I'm not talking about Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't even have Facebook. But
the real world.
Yeah, exactly. And I was encouraging everybody around me and all that to do stuff, and I think we're doing all right, you know.
Yeah, you know, I want to record some stuff in Swedish very soon.
Yeah, that would be cool, you know.
I want to help some bands out too. They've got so many good studios in Sweden,
Yeah,
though. But still,
I've heard like recently there was a studio like near here,
uh-huh.
he had like Jimmy Page old amp and like the mixer board was made by David Gilmour. I don't know. It was like what? And I
Mad
lived
stuff.
like next to this, yeah.
Crazy.
And the band I was meeting outside of out of Dungen, they actually have a studio. It's called Sonora's Studio,
Okay.
and they have like pretty wicked gear.
Yeah, I want to help, you know, bands come down every now and then, you know, to play Berlin, because I have equipment. So when I become friends with somebody, you know, if as long as I'm not on tour, I could be like, just fly. It's like like 90 euros round trip, and you could stay at my place and just use the gear, you know.
Yeah.
Not to everybody, but some people, because it's like
Yeah.
there's no reason the bands can't do this.
No,
Like,
that is the fine idea, man.
yeah, if you know somebody, because it's always like, oh, I have to get a permit, or I have to get like this fucking equipment, bring the carry-on. But I have everything. You know what I mean? So next year I want to make things happen in Northern Europe in a cool way.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
If you want, you know, only if you want, I can send you like some stuff that I made.
Cool.
If you,
Cool. We'll keep in touch. I'm gonna play another song though.
Yeah, do that.
This has been a great phone call.
Fun talking to you, man.
Yeah, you made me feel good though about young people, and I need that when I'm talking about the other crazy stuff in the world.
Yeah.
That we can't do nothing about.
No, stay gold, man.
Yeah, exactly. You too.
Yeah.
So cool.
Well,
Right on.
Wow.